Hi everybody, I'm back with another video. I've been upstairs in my living room because it's been so cold here that I don't even want to go into the basement right now. So I brought some of my stuff upstairs, so I'm actually in the living room right now. But I wanted to share with you guys what I have learned how to make over the last couple of days. As you guys know from Caleb's video, we had a couple of days with no school, so while he was working on his paper flowers, which I think he's up to 22, I got kind of bored doing those, so I'll probably do them as my projects are going, so I don't just make a whole bunch and have them sitting around like he is, that I'm going to actually give him some projects to put those on. So we'll be working on those and share those with you. But I wanted to learn how to crochet flowers. I've seen a lot of them out there, and after I saw the ones that Tracy did over at Tracy's Treasures, she's Tracy's Treasures 24 here on YouTube. She does flowers and butterflies, and they are so stinking cute. So I wanted to learn how to make them. I've been crocheting since I was probably 13. My mom taught me, and I've made baby blankets for all my kids. I crocheted around some flannel blankets for my kids. I made a little baby girl set with a cap and booties and things like that. So, but I haven't crocheted since since Caleb was a baby. So I have tons of yarn and all kinds of different kinds of yarn. And I also have the actual crochet thread. So I wanted to share what I learned how to make. And this is just your basic 5 and 6 petal flowers. I haven't gone outside of doing basics yet. And so these ones here, these are made with, it's Karen's, let me grab it. These are just over an inch. I would say maybe an 1.25 inches big. And they're made with this, the Karen Cuddle Soft baby yarn. So it's kind of thin. So I did those ones, and then I did this bigger one. This one is about 1.5 inches in diameter. So this one was I used the same yarn as I did this baby one, but I used a larger hook, and I'll show you guys the hooks I have after I'm done too. This yellow one, yeah, it's about 1.5 inches. This yellow one I did using just normal thread. It's the Karen Simply Soft. I really like the Karen because it is soft and it's thinner than the Red Heart. So I have tons of this. I have tons of the Red Heart too that I need to find something to do with, but I do plastic canvas also, and I've made tons of things using plastic canvas. That's what I use the Red Heart for, because it's sturdier to get through the canvas. This I love working with for these flowers, so I like the soft stuff. So that's the one I used for that. And then I made this multicolored one with pinks and blues and yellows, and there's a little bit of peach in there. So I made that one, and that's about 1.5 inches. And that one, I don't have the tag, the cover came off, but it's this skein here. I believe this is a Karen also, it's just one of the multicolored ones. And this one, this white one, all these bigger ones are about 1.5 inches. I know I've said that a couple times now, but this white one was made using actual crochet thread, and it's a thicker one, and I'm not sure what size because all my packaging is gone. But it's this, and it's a thicker, I don't know if there's numbers or thicknesses for these, I have no clue, but this is the one I used for this one. And then I made these teeny tiny ones. These are my favorite. These kind of hurt my fingers a little, but I made about 10 of these white ones. Aren't those just so cute? They're so tiny. And I've seen some people put buttons in the middle. You could even put bling on that, or a brad. I love these ones. These are my favorite because they're so tiny. So I made those ones, and I used this really thin crochet thread that you get on a reel like this. This is what I used to make some baby blankets for my kids when I just bought the flannel and then did a decorative crocheted edge around the edges, and they turned out so cute. Caleb actually still uses his sometimes, his comfort blanket. So this really thin one is what I used to make that, and I have a couple different colors, but not very many of that one because I used it all when they were little. I'm gonna go break into my mom's stash though. She has tons of this stuff, and I figured if she's not using it, I will. And then here's the little baby yellow ones. I haven't done any of the 6 petals with this thread. I've just done the 5. So those are those, and the hooks I used, I have a whole set of hooks that used to be my grandmother's. I did have to get a couple replacement ones because I don't know if my mom lost them or if my grandma lost them or whatever. But the ones I use the most, so for these bigger ones, these 1.5" ones, I'm using this thicker yarn, not the thickest yarn you can get, the Karen one, which is still kind of thin. I used, this is an F, and it's a 3.75 millimeter. So that's the hook I used for that one. And then my favorite one to use for most of these, and I used it on this one, which is still a fairly thin, it's in between this and the baby yarn. So this one I used, this is a size E, and it doesn't tell me, that's how I know this one's older. It doesn't tell me the millimeters on this one. Some of these do, yes. My newer ones don't, or the older ones don't tell you. So it's a size E, if that helps. And for these little tiny ones here, that I used, it's a US size 7, 1.5 millimeter. So this is really thin. I have a 1.4 that's even smaller, but that one's really hard to work with sometimes. You kind of have to really know how to crochet to use these little tiny ones. And then I also used, on these little baby ones, I used, I think it's a size 2, and it says 2.25 millimeters. So it's a little thicker, excuse me, than the other silver one I have. But these are my favorite sizes, these 2 really small ones, and then this one. So these are the ones I use the most. I do have a 3.25 that I can also use. I have this cute little set. I'm sure you can buy a set, but if you don't need all of these, then I don't really recommend getting a whole set. You know, I have this because it was my grandmother's and my mom gave it to me. So I have used a lot of these different sizes for different projects, Afghans and things like that that I've made. So that's what I wanted to share today. I have this little basket my mom gave me. I was at her house last Sunday, and she sent me home a ton of stuff. All the paper that Caleb used for his flowers is colored copy paper, so it's really thin, and she had tons of it, and she just sent home like a whole box full, and he's just totally in heaven. And she wasn't using this basket, so I asked her if I could have it, and I love this little basket. It's just so cute, and it's white, so it matches whatever I do. I'm gonna tie some ribbons on it and tink it up, I guess, put it in my room. But right now, I just kind of am using it to store all my flowers in. This is that blue baby yarn, and I did make some that are 6 petals. So that way I have a few. There's a green one. And then here's a little tiny multicolored. So I have a few, and as I do them, I just throw them in this little basket. So that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you in the next video, and I hope you like all these cute little flowers. I'll see you guys later. Bye.